What's up guys, welcome back to another video, and I'm sorry I didn't release one last week. But anyway, if you're new to this channel, my name's Matt, and if you can hit that subscribe button down below, that'd be fantastic. And today I'm going to show you guys how I did that cool little hologram intro. It's really quick and easy, really fun, and gives your videos a nice sci-fi futuristic look. So we'll jump straight into Premiere Pro and we'll crack on with the video. Okay, welcome to Premiere Pro guys, and we'll start this tutorial off. So I've just cut down the original clips just so it saves some time, so we'll get right into it. So what you need to do is you need to get your two clips that you're going to use, both your standard clip and the overlaying phone. Apologies for the toilet paper and paracetamol. I was ill in the week and forgot to move for this video, so apologies in advance. So let's get moving. So what we need to do is we first need to set up the phone screen so it looks like it's in a position, and then we'll move it into position so it looks realistic, just to the right above my smartwatch. So what I would do first is go to your effects, and you need a couple of things that you need to put on top of your video here, and I'll go through these. So the first one you need to do is add a corner pin. This will allow you to move it. Drag that on there and it will come up here. You also need color balance. Make sure it's the RGB. I'm going to add that on there. I also add something called lighting effect. Yep, and I'll show you what you can do with that after. The other one you need is alpha glow. What we've got corner pin, color balance, lighting, and afterglow. Okay, so I think that's correct for the time being. And don't forget crop. So I'll allow you just to crop out the top and bottom in case anything's shown you don't want the timing or anything. Okay, so what you need to do is you need to get your, so make sure you've got crop on and it is towards the top. Okay, so what you need to do, you need to adjust this using these four crosshairs here. Make sure the corner pins are selected and your crop is above, just so it doesn't interfere. What I'll do is I'll get this into position now. We'll skip ahead and then I'll show you what it looks like when it's finished. Take your time on this, but you should get it to where you want. So this can not be only done with a watch, but it can be done with anything in any way. You just have to configure it to the way you've filmed it. So I'll do this now and we'll skip to this finished part. Okay, so this is now done. I've got it roughly into a position where I want. What you need to add also is something called horizontal flip. Horizontal flip. There we go. So if you add that in somewhere here, and all you need to do, that'll just flip it around and it'll look like, it won't look how it's recorded, it'll look right, everything will look in the right perspective. So that added. Now what we need to do, we've got the crop, we've got the horizontal flip and the corner pin down. So we need to make this look a little bit like a hologram. So what we need to do, we just need to bring the blues up slightly. There we go. So bring it up so it looks a bit bluish. Should be perfect. And from there, we can make sure we've got a decent glow. So if you select the color, I like to have a nice little kind of bluish kind of glow to it. If we use the color picker and then select that one, and that'll give us the glow. So what we can do is we can bring the glow up, and the brightness uses it's fantastic. So far that's looking quite good. What I would recommend doing is dropping the opacity to around about 70%, maybe 60, depending on what you want to see. So you can see the finger in the behind it in the background, and we're looking something that looks somewhat like a hologram. The next effect you need to add is wave. There's wave warp, and then pop that on there. And what we need to do with this is if you select square and then add these to around about 2 and 5, and then drop this to about 0. This will give it a nice little kind of wave, kind of look like a hologram style vibe to it. So when we've got all this done, what I would recommend then is adjusting it to fit what you're doing with the actions up to the screen. So I'm just going to color select render now. Hopefully it shouldn't take too long. That's rendered and we've got something looking a little bit like this. So what we need to do now is we need to marry both the clips up so they match. It should be quite easy. Okay, so this is looking quite good. And what we need to do to just give it a little bit more flavor, spice, is what I would recommend doing is putting scale on. So we'll put scale here and then go 5 keyframes ahead, and then I'll put 0. And we'll go back 10 frames. Okay, brilliant. And we'll also do it for the opening. So we'll go back here, we'll put scale, we'll put 5, put a keyframe there, go back 5, put a keyframe there, and then 0. Okay, so that's looking pretty perfect. One of the last things I would recommend doing, it gives it a little bit more like realism to it, is if you select the lighting effects that I used here, we can grab it and then we can move this down, and what you need to do is you just need to change the lighting color to one we had earlier. So select this blue glow. That's perfect. Adjust the angle to face upwards. So this line here needs to be facing upwards. Perfect. So that'll give it a kind of the vibe we're looking for. Just need to stretch this out slightly just to give it more light. That'll give it the kind of a hologram kind of vibe. And you can do this as a spotlight or a directional, it's completely up to you. Both work fairly good. So if we click off that, that's how that looks like, and I feel that's giving us quite a good hologram, and we just need to tidy it up slightly. So maybe just put these up, your wave width and your wave height, up by a few, just to make it a little bit more distorted. There we go, that looks perfect. So we'll try that again. So I've got a whoosh right here. So what we'll do is we'll just add this to, when it fires up. to adjust this accordingly, and what we'll do is we'll just put a high pass, low pass on here. Okay, so with those sound effects, you can add whatever sound effects that you're seeing better, but I hope you found this interesting, and what we'll do now is we'll head back to the camera and I'll see you there. And that's how you make the hologram with inside Premiere Pro. You can go into After Effects and make this look a little bit more futuristic and realistic, but for simplistic reasons we kept to Premiere Pro because that's where most people's skill set are. So if you like this video, then please put a comment below, let me know what you think, and leave a like, and as I said at the start, if you can subscribe, that'll be greatly appreciated. So with that said, I shall see you next Thursday. See ya!